from Uche. It's a missed kick, but now Dawson will have the last kick, and how fitting is that? Macclesfield of National League North have knocked out Premier League Crystal Palace, the FA Cup holders. It is the biggest shock that the world's greatest cup competition has ever seen. Dawson, the Macclesfield skipper, is held aloft. Rob Smithhurst, the Macclesfield owner, was, I think, the first to get over the hoardings and onto the pitch to join in this scene of joyous celebration. You have to take a moment to think about what you've just witnessed. Only 8 wins for non-league teams against top-flight opponents in the last 100 years before today. The last time a non-league club knocked out the holders, 1909. That non-league club was then Crystal Palace. This time they're the holders, and they've gone beaten by Macclesfield. Stephen Warnock, what have we just seen?
Well, we've just witnessed one of the greatest moments in FA Cup history. And those players are getting lifted aloft, and rightly so. Enjoy the occasion, guys. You fully deserved it. You were the best team on the day. You gave it absolutely everything. You showed quality. You showed resilience at the end of the game. What a day for Macclesfield. What a day for those players. It's absolutely incredible. It really is.
And there are no levellers. There are no conditions or anything you can say was a mitigating factor today. 11 against 11. These Macclesfield players have deserved every minute of it.
Oh, absolutely. To a man, exceptional. You asked me for a man of the match. I mean, there were so many contenders for it. They were outstanding.
The full-time score in a jubilant Macclesfield is Macclesfield 2, Crystal Palace 1.
Mark Gay in discussions with some of the Crystal Palace supporters there. There were plenty of Crystal Palace fans actually behind that goal, applauding Macclesfield and their players at the end there. And there are some intense discussions going on between Mark Gay and the Palace fans. But this is Macclesfield's day. Macclesfield FC, reborn a few years ago of the National League North, 117 places below the FA Cup holders Crystal Palace, and they have knocked them out, managed by your brother, Wayne. Forget the football side of things, just give me the personal side of things for you.
Oh, it's incredible. Actually getting emotional to see my younger brother achieve this, and you know, he's not long been in management, and to get through to the 4th round of the FA Cup and beat Crystal Palace Premier League team. So proud of him.
He looked so calm towards the end. I know he wanted the referee to blow his whistle, but at the end he just turned round and did a little fist pump to the bench. He looked calm.
Yeah, he did. I don't know how, but no, it's such an achievement what he's achieved today, and what we've done. So absolutely superb.
We've managed to get him. We've managed to get him out of the maelstrom that was there. Congratulations. You have a very, very proud brother stood next to you. He was nearly in tears. How are you?
No, I'm the same. Listen, when we got late on in the game, we're thinking about slowing it down with Scrooge. I never thought we'd be in that situation, but you know, I still can't believe it. Can't get my head around it. Lost for words at the minute.
It was fully deserved, though. I mean, that wasn't 2 half chances and you nicking it. You deserved that.
No, I thought we was incredible from the first minute. I thought first half we had a couple of chances, and when we took the lead, so the message at half time was to manage the game. Can we slow the game down? And then we go 2 up. I didn't see that coming, but you know, I thought we were well-deserved winners. To be honest, I thought we deserved the win. I think we mollified them to 1 chance in the first half, but I thought we were incredible to a man. I couldn't be any prouder of the lads.
Do you know what? I think when you look back, you'll be even prouder because, like you say, for the first 45, you're outstanding. I thought you got your balance perfect, like when to press, when not to press. I mean, just gives us a feeling of like what the lads are going through now.
Oh no, there's the messages to the lads. Without the ball, can we go 4-5-1? Any little triggers, that's hard trigger to press, any slow passes, but you know, I couldn't ask any more of them. You know, you can see the joy in them out there, and you know, I'm incredibly proud of them.
I thought every player was brilliant, but I thought Dawson was absolutely outstanding and led the team superbly. How would you feel about his performance?
Yeah, Dawson's one of them. You'd have a headache at times with him. You probably see that.
Here's his goal, John, as well.
He's got that in the locker. He's unbelievable in the air. Just before he took it, I turned round to Fran and said, Dawson scored here. That's why we turned round laughing. But he's got that. He scores goals from midfield. Also can play centre half. But I thought he was outstanding today. He put his head in where people's feet are. You know,
he's such a leader. We talk so often about leadership in sport. Sometimes you can, without even knowing someone, you can just see it.
Yeah, he's got that passion, and sometimes we have to rein him in a bit on it. But you know, he was incredible. You know, I thought today, not just him, I thought everyone, and thought Roll at the back was a rock. I thought we were outstanding.
He also looked very relaxed. I have to ask you about. We haven't got the video of it, but in the first half, he went to take a quick free kick and then stopped and said he was only messing with you, and he couldn't stop laughing because you were shouting at him.
That's what he is. He's a class clown, and he's always up to stuff like that, even in training. But you know, I thought he was outstanding. And I don't know whether he got man of the match, but yeah, I think he deserved it.
When you went to sleep last night, when your head hit the pillow, did you really believe and think this was possible?
Probably not, but there's always that little bit of hope, and you know, there's that little bit of hope where anything can happen on the day. But to see it coming, I'll be totally honest now.
Let's bring Paul in because Paul's here. Paul, come in. We're trying to all squeeze into about 3 yards here. How are you?
Happy, very happy. tired, shall we say? Yeah, very tired.
Did you, when they got one back, were you still feeling calm?
Yeah, I was, to be fair. I felt like we kept in our shape really well. I don't think they created much. But yeah, no, I was very calm, to be fair. We kept the gaffer's game plan very well.
He said to us that he said to the bench, when you got the free kick, which we'll show you in the monitor here, he said you'll score here, and you did.
Well, he told me last week I'm a 2 stone overweight and my best foot's my head, so...
Is that the key to man management?
It's worked, hasn't it?
Were you surprised that you went toe-to-toe with them, that they didn't dominate you, that you gave as good as you got?
Yeah, I was, to be fair. I was surprised. But, no, like I said before, the gaffer gave us a game plan, and every one of us, from 1 to 19, whatever it was, we all stuck to it well. It was all positive, and that's what we needed to be.
You seem to be the leader on field. You just take that upon yourself this afternoon. And do you know what else? We all thought, we've talked about you quite a bit today because you're involved a lot, but you just looked like you enjoyed your football this afternoon.
I did, to be fair. I was surprisingly, I was very calm coming into it, very calm on the pitch. Yeah, I'm just a... Can't swear, can I?
Do you know what?
I'm gobby.
There's a Mac fan who said to me, be careful with him because he can be quite swearing.
I'm just trying to think now, thinking before speaking, because I'm not swearing.
But like even right from kick-off, you went up, you cut your head, didn't you, with Campbell early on, and you kind of set that precedent early on.
Yeah, no, we do that every week, so I do get in quite a few of them head-to-heads every week, but this head's not going to get hurt. It's a concrete ball.
Paul, just tell us what Macclesfield means to you. You know, we've spoken today about you were here on Tuesday, you were clearing the pitch before you played Radcliffe and scored against Radcliffe. What Macclesfield means to you as the captain?
No, it means the world, to be honest. I've moved down here last year, so it does. Yeah, the gaffer rang me on Tuesday, give me a bit of grief because I was on shovel getting the snow off. But yeah, that's 2 and 2 now, so must have worked.
Yeah, we had the game Tuesday night and I get here, me and Fran get here at 1:30 to check the pitch, and I've got my captain who's playing in the night time on the pitch on a tractor in the snow. So I was saying, get yourself home and get some rest.
That's non-league football though, isn't it, John? They're all the challenges that you get.
Yeah, it is, and you know, I thought he was immense today and Tuesday as well, with him being on the pitch getting it off, he was immense then.
This may be a very difficult question to answer, but at the end of what has been a very, very difficult few weeks for you and a difficult month for you, your thoughts as well must turn to Ethan this afternoon.
Yeah, of course, and I haven't really mentioned much in the changing room. I didn't want to put that extra pressure on the lads, and you know, I had a nice message off his dad last night, and do I send it to the lads or do I tell them before the game, but I didn't really want to put that little extra bit of pressure on them with, you know, everything we've been through, so I thought I'd leave that till after the game. And you know, so it was tough, and you know, his parents are here today, young Ethan, so we need to go and see them as well. But you know, it's been a really tough time, and listen, we've all stuck together through it. And listen, it's never ever going to get easier. We've still got pictures up in the changing rooms that never go. But it's been really tough, but something which I think he'd be looking down today and he'd be proud of us all.
And at the end of it all, Paul, you have captained a side and scored in what is the greatest FA Cup shot ever. When you look at the places between you and Crystal Palace, no side from the sixth tier has knocked out a top flight side. You've knocked out the holders. It is the greatest FA Cup shock ever.
Yeah.
Don't swear.
No, it was. No, I won't swear. No, it is. It's immense achievement, to be honest. I'm proud of the boys, proud of everyone, proud of the fans. You can see what it means to all the fans behind us. It's a really community club, and yeah, no, really proud.
Thank you both. Go and do lots of hugs and share some emotional times. Congratulations.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers, John. Thank you for your time as well. Thank you very much. I'll look after that, yeah. Thank you. Let's just take you to the other side of things. The holders are out. Here's Oliver Glasner.
And Oliver, how did that happen?
Oh, yeah, we've seen. Congratulations to Macclesfield for winning. Missed any kind of quality today. Haven't seen anybody who could win a dribble. Then conceding another set play goal, losing the header, no timing in the header. We know this, but we have to do better. Second goal was more a slapstick goal. And on the other side, if you can't create clear chances, we didn't have really maybe one or two right at the end, but everything else is just lack of quality what we have shown today, and that's why we lost and we deserve to lose.
You made 3 changes at the break. What were you hoping to try and find in the second half?
Quality.
Across the board from the whole range of players on the team?
Yes, from everyone, but it's also bringing one more attacking player, you know, because it's just honestly have no explanation for what I have seen today, and it's really now for all of us to, because it's maybe everybody's squeezed out. We can find some excuses on the other side. I think, and I played 19 years on now. It's you don't need a tactics. You know, you don't need in these kind of games. You don't need honestly, you don't need a manager. So I think if you just show what you're capable of and having a little bit of pride, then you perform in a different way. But today we missed everything.
Even when they were 2-0 down, it's not like they bombarded the Macclesfield goal, is it?
No, it wasn't. And as good as Macclesfield was, I thought Crystal Palace was so bad today. And we were talking with Glenn during the game. And in the Premier League, where they're playing nice football today, they got a mixture of, you know, Macclesfield were roughing them up and they couldn't deal with it. They absolutely couldn't deal with it. So I think the manager, Glasner, will be absolutely disappointed, but this is about Macclesfield. I think what they've shown today is spectacular.
At half-time, as we were walking down to the position, you said you were really impressed with how Isaac Buckley-Ricketts had pressed. Then in the second half, he got his reward.
Yeah, do you know what? It was quite a selfless performance for him, but I thought he sat in and he did his defensive responsibility really well. And then this is him getting forward, and probably didn't get as forward as much as he would have liked in the afternoon, but when he did, he made it count ultimately, and he just dangles the leg at this. It's a wonderful finish, just wrong foot to the goalkeeper and wheels away. There's a big question, was he offside? But he wasn't. He timed his run to perfection, and I thought for me he was everything good about Macclesfield today. And obviously Dawson will get applauded because he's a bigger character, but him sitting in and kind of being selfless in his play all afternoon, I thought he was excellent.
Clever finish.
Yeah, it's a great finish. I think it's instinctive, and he's obviously, it looks like he's just dangled the leg out, but I think he's meant it. I think he's meant to finish, and I think it's something which he'll look back on a lot, I'm sure.
They were resilient as well, weren't they, when they needed to be? They defended well, they worked hard. You can praise every individual, really.
Yeah, and I think you'd think physically that they'd struggle, especially come towards the end of the game, but they kept going. They pushed in. Palace, as you said, Palace didn't put them under that much pressure, but the shape they were in, they were organised, they were compact, there weren't many gaps in between defenders and midfield, and yeah, it's a performance of a lifetime, I think, from these Macclesfield lads.
Yeah, I mean, the last 20 minutes, Palace did turn up when they started asking questions of Macclesfield, but here we see them putting the bodies on the line, working for one another. I mean, it was a real team effort, a real team performance, and when called upon, the goalkeeper turned up. I thought he was quite good in everything that he did. He was nice, clean and tidy. And do you know what? There was just no fault in Macclesfield today, and we can talk about it being the holders and we can talk about being a Premier League team, but ultimately it's all about Macclesfield this afternoon.
You said before the game about Premier League teams, these fans in these games difficult to fan it hard, and if you come into these games complacent, you get found out, and that's exactly what's happened.
Rob Smethurst there, the owner, in the dressing room. Look, we're not here on the BBC to condone 3-day sessions, but probably the best 3-day session that anybody's ever had, to have ended up with the club and do this.
It might equal that in the next 3 days, chappers.
What an astonishing afternoon here at the Moss Rose. Macclesfield of the National League North have knocked out the FA Cup holders. 117 places between the two of them. 117 years ago, a non-league side last knocked out the FA Cup holders. Sometimes things are just meant to be. Good afternoon.
14th in National League North, taking on the current FA Cup holders. Captain Dawson hits the Silkman in front. Palace just can't get it away. Didn't get it off. Oh, he did. Yes, he did. And he's done it. He's called in a beauty. It is the biggest shock that the world's greatest cup competition has ever seen.